What is your comfort show? And why? Great British Bake Off, or show if you're in the US. I love the creativity, the wholesomeness, and the support of the contestants. Plus it spurs me to bake. Not that I needed much encouragement, but it helps push my skills. Futurama. I've seen every episode multiple times, but it never fails to make me laugh. Parks and Recreation, specifically Season 3. It's my happy place. Golden Girls. My dad died when I was 17 and the world became very dim. I remember laying on the couch feeling every ounce of depression, and Rose said something about shooting a fish out of a cannon into a tree, and it made me laugh for the first time in God knows how long. The laugh was pure reflex. I didn't control it or even know I was doing it until I felt the happy tears pouring down my face and my abs aching. That show literally saved my life. How it's made. I'm just fascinated by all the different machines they use and talents some of the workers possess. The narrator has a smooth voice and brings the puns. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It always makes me laugh and cheers me up. Plus they make me feel like a better human being. Avatar: The Last Airbender. I've been rewatching every year for the past 8 years or so. There's just something about it that makes me feel all warm inside. Community. The main characters are a bunch of losers. They effed up their lives one way or another, but there is a place for them in Greendale. When I watch it I feel like it's okay to mess up sometimes, it's okay to need a second chance, and it's okay not to know what you're doing with your life because out there, somewhere, there is a place for you. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. The humor just helps me relax. And then sometimes it's Arrow, mainly because it was one of my favorite TV shows. First 3 seasons of Arrested Development. Any of those Nat Geo, Discovery, Nature, and any David Attenborough narrated shows. They are beautiful to watch. It's The Office for me. Scrubs. I just think this show has the perfect mix of humor and drama. No other show can make me laugh and choke up at the same time like Scrubs. Pushing Daisies. I'm still bitter that it ended too soon, as it's an absolute gem. Also Community. It's fun, crazy, and full of heart. Archer. I like how everything is way over the top and just absurdly correct in a way. Gravity Falls. It's funny and I really miss the PNW and its woodsy mysterious feel that the show captures really well. Frasier. Always good for a laugh and a few minutes of forgetting how fucked up things are. Gilmore Girls is the show equivalent to being wrapped in a blanket with a cup of hot chocolate on snowy day. The Good Place. Such a clever show, it always makes me laugh and I see new things every time I watch it. Top Gear. Never fails to make me laugh, no matter what. Friends. It reminds me of the 90s and growing up. And even though I know a joke is coming, I still laugh out loud. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Just reminds me of being a kid again. New Girl. It is wholesome fun. Winnie the Bish is the best character, fact. Seinfeld. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Simpsons. Always a classic. Gotta be Star Trek, TNG. I've had the remastered boxed set since they released The Thing, and it's been watched at least once a year. Sabrina the Teenage Witch. It's so dumb and goofy and sometimes a little clever. But its frothy mood makes it easy to watch or have on in the background. Kitchen Nightmares. Diners, drive-ins, and dives. When I don't feel like actively watching something I throw that on. I can watch Guy throw down on tasty meals for hours lol. Supernatural, especially the early seasons. Psych. I have watched every episode of the 8 seasons and the 2 movies that have followed countless times. The silliness, humor and witty dialogues help me de-stress from everyday life. West Wing. Left Out Why? Shows me an alternate universe that is more in keeping with what I would like the world to be like. Trailer Park Boys. Avatar: The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra. I didn't watch them when they were on Nick. Now that they're on Netflix, my inner child is so comforted to enjoy something I had missed out on. Plus Uncle Iroh. Parks and Recreation. Even though I grew up in the 80s, came of age in the 90s, and didn't really watch Parks and Rec until about 5 years ago, the vibe of the show just calms me. A bunch of crazy, loyal, and mostly kind people working together to make their community better. I only wish they treated Jerry, Gary, Larry, Terry better. Edit. Typos. Schitt's Creek. Actually went through a similar situation with my family a few years ago, albeit at a less extreme level, and it's so relatable. Edit. I've not finished it, please no spoilers. Thanks. New girl. The dynamic reminds me of my friends. I had to move away from them and it helps with that. Drunk History because it's hilarious and informative. Avatar: The Last Airbender because of Uncle Iroh. 30 Rock. I always find something I missed no matter how many times I've seen it. Modern Family. One of my best friends introduced it to me while I was going through a rough time. Now I associate it with my favorite snack, drink, wrapped in my blanket while chatting with my friend. Plus I love the characters lol. M.A.S.H. The earliest seasons have a gentle wackiness that you don't need to pay a huge amount of attention to, and I've seen it so much that I can just have it on while I'm ironing or something and it's nice and familiar. Bob Ross Show. Whenever I feel sad I watch him doing his magic for a bit and all the anguish goes away. The Amazing World of Gumball. The humor is so amazingly stupid that it takes your mind off of everything. Adventure Time or BoJack Horseman Heart. Bob's Burgers. It's wholesome and hilarious, the Belchers truly love each other and despite the show's dark humor, they always do the right thing in the end. House Hunters. I just like to pick out which house I like the best, it's fun. Veronica Mars. She taught me that no matter how crappy things get, you should keep your head held high and kick ass. Freaks and Geeks. This show gives me a state of peace and childhood. Psych. Come on son.